Hey everybody, just wanted to jump on here and talk with you about what your life could be like if you were a Python developer. So this is going to be something that's different for everyone, but you definitely got to enjoy solving problems like creatively every day. So life as a Python developer can be a little stressful at times, but that's all in your mindset. So you need to have systems in place to have like good mental games. So you get sleep, you get you feed yourself these sort of like basic things that's going to help you be able to solve problems in the real world. So so what would your life be like if you were a Python developer? Well, another thing that you might think about is that there is like a financial incentive to learn this skill. So you'll probably be putting more money in your bank account than if you were not developing software. Everybody makes their money in different ways, but if you make money with Python as a software developer, you're basically taking like creations, like ideas in your mind or somebody else's ideas, and basically making them tangible. So if you ever like to play with like Legos when you were a kid or something like that, man, that's where like you can really have some fun with Python. I would almost equate it to like playing with Legos as an adult, because there's all these little things that people have already programmed and kind of packaged up. That's actually what they call them, are packages. And then with those packages, you get to basically do everything like talk to like different APIs. And if you don't know what an API is, I'll probably do a video on that. But basically it's like internet services. How do you integrate those internet services? You can do awesome stuff like solve your spreadsheet problems. Like if you work with a lot of spreadsheets and things are getting crazy, you can manage all that stuff with code. There's other things like web related technologies. You can set up web pages. So you have lots of options for how you want to live your life, but bottom line is you're going to meet lots of interesting people. You're going to work on awesome projects. Your skills are just going to explode like in little areas that you never would have thought of. So like since I became a Python developer, I get to actually work with like cloud computing and stuff, which has really been helpful, like just my skills and my job growth. So things that you can't even imagine are opportunities that will pop up, are all part of the deal when you're a Python developer. So are you thinking to yourself, man, what would it take to be a Python developer? Maybe I was terrible at college or like math or stuff like that. So I got great news for you. Basically, those shouldn't be barriers for you to get into Python programming, because there's so many problems that you can solve with code. That's what you should really be asking yourself, is like, what problems do I like to solve? Get the fundamentals under your belt, but you'll be able to work on awesome projects. That's all I can say. Like for everyone, it's different. I work with a guy who went like pure data science. I'm kind of like always learning things to solve my problems for the next day. I never went to school for software engineering, but like I get to write Python, as often as it makes sense to solve problems, which is a lot in my job role. So I'm an engineer. I get to manage data basically for a living, talk to databases, integrate data, that sort of stuff. So that's definitely a way to go. I dabble with like web development on the side. Like that's something you could definitely like do full time. There's just so many ways you can go. So I hope you like this little insight, like what your life would be like if you were a Python software developer. Definitely like hit me up, DM me if you have questions. Like I've been doing this for a little over 2 years now, and I have programming experience going back like almost 8 years, but I'm a little new to Python, like 2 years into it. So I work a lot with databases. So if you have questions about databases, managing data, dealing with like analytics and spreadsheets, like this is all that game that I play. Also check out the podcast. We're up to where I've been doing episodes like weekly. There's like 5 episodes up already, I think, maybe even more by the time you see this video. And then I have like 3 more scheduled this week, and they're all like software developers or like influencers in the Python space. So it's all content that people seem to be really enjoying. So definitely check that out. Make sure to ask all the questions you have. Like, I love to just talk with people and see what's going on, so we can, bring you up to speed with this if you're kind of like behind the curve when it comes to like data science and like Python even. It's a super popular language, so it's a skill that's going to pay dividends like the rest of your life, like I guarantee it. All right, well, peace out, and love you all.